Happy New Year, everyone. Today, I want to go over shiny hunting in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. I know a lot of people would have got Diamond and Pearl for the holiday season, and they may not be aware of this method. Effectively, there is an item in Diamond and Pearl called the Pokemon Radar that will basically 100% guarantee that you're going to get a shiny Pokemon. So today, I want to go over how to set up for the method. I want to go over how to get to a point where you are most efficiently hunting for a shiny Pokemon. I want to explain what to do after you've got your shiny Pokemon to potentially get one, if not more, additional shiny Pokemon. And then we can go over which Pokemon we can actually farm. If this is the type of content that you're into, then go ahead and hit the like button. Maybe consider subscribing to the channel. If you don't like this type of content, then you can hit the dislike button. No one else will see it, but at least I'll know. And why not leave a comment down below? What are you most excited to shiny hunt in this method? Okay, so we just jumped into the game here. So first things first, you're going to want to get your Pokemon Radar. So once you've actually seen all of the Pokemon in the Sinnoh Dex, it's not the National Dex, it's the Sinnoh Dex, and you don't have to catch them, you just have to see them. Once you've seen all the Pokemon in your in the Sinnoh Dex, you can actually talk to Professor Rowan here, and he's going to give you the Pokemon Radar. Once you've defeated the Elite Four and your National Dex, you've come here and you've got your Radar. Professor Oak is actually going to visit you, which is a nice blast from the past, and he's going to unlock Romana's Park. So Romana's Park is actually southeast of Tangan Town. So once you've unlocked it, you'll just swim there. If you haven't already been there before, I've already been there before, so I'm just going to fly there. And once you go inside of this building for the first time, you'll meet Professor Oak, and he will give you this Pokechap, which will keep track of your counters for your Pokemon that you've seen with the Pokemon Radar. We want to buy a couple of things. So it depends on what you're hunting and the level of the things that you're hunting. So typically what you would do is you would buy a bunch of quick balls because you have a higher odds of guaranteeing a catch on your first throw. So as the level of the Pokemon increase, it's worth buying these quick balls. However, I'm going to show you some Pokemon that are in the starter area. So you can get away with just purchasing Pokeballs. It's much cheaper. Typically, I like to hold, between 200 to 300 balls. So I'm just going to purchase up an extra 150 here. The next thing we're going to want to buy are repels. Now, realistically, you could buy max repels. There's nothing wrong with you buying max repels. However, in terms of efficiency and how many steps you get from a repel, the super repels are actually better. Again, I like to hold about 200 of these. As you can see, I was doing some farming yesterday. Now we're stocked up with our super repels and Pokeballs. We can actually head out and find an area to farm in. I've now moved to Route 202 with some nice low-level Pokemon that we shouldn't have any problem catching with our Pokeballs. We're all prepped for our method, and now we just need to start setting things up and turning things on. Let's jump into our bag. And we're going to register our radar to our hotkey. So we'll just click register. Doesn't matter which square you select, as long as everything else is blank. That means that the hotkey will only ever use that one item. Next, we need to turn on our super repels. And now we're all ready. So all we're going to do is on our controller or on our Joy-Con is hit the plus to activate the radar. And as you can see, we've got grassy patches that have now turned up. So each of these grassy patches have a Pokemon in it. Depending on which Pokemon you get is the Pokemon that you would then farm with the method. If you come across a Pokemon that you don't want to farm, you can just run away from the battle, reset the radar by walking 50 steps, and then restart the method. As you can see, we've got a couple of different choices on which Pokemon we want to take. And this will actually impact our odds of the chain continuing or breaking. As a rule of thumb, you always want to hit the furthest Pokemon away from you. Typically, that's anything that's 4 steps away from you. So looking at the odds here, depending on how far the Pokemon is and whether you defeat them or catch them, will determine your odds for the chain to break or continue. If you defeat the Pokemon, you have lower odds than if you catch the Pokemon, which is why we typically would take a quick ball or balls that are easy to catch the Pokemon. If you hit a grassy patch and catch the Pokemon nearest to you, there's a 63% chance that the chain will continue. On the second furthest, it's 73%. On the second furthest, it's 83%. And on the furthest Pokemon, you're looking at 93% for the chain to continue, with a 7% chance that the chain will break. We always want to hit the furthest Pokemon. In this case, if I walk 4 steps away, 1, 2, 3, 4, I have 2 choices for which Pokemon that I can take. So I can pick either one. But if you're nervous about which square to take, you can reset the radar by simply recharging it by walking 50 steps, pressing your hotkey, and resetting the radar position. I've come across a Bidoof. Although he is a god tier Pokemon, I've already got a shiny Bidoof, so I am going to run away from this battle. And as you can see, my chain is broken. All I need to do now is recharge my radar and try for a different Pokemon. So I'm just going to run around in circles. Hit my hotkey. And my radar has reset. I'm going to hit this furthest square here. And we receive the Starling, which I already have.
A few moments later.
All right, we got a Shinx here. So we're going to be farming a Shinx. So all we do now is we catch the Shinx. Once we come out of this screen, we're going to know if that 7% worked against us. Awesome. Our chains kept going. We can track our chain using that Pokechap. So if you press R on your controller, you'll have the Pokechap come up. So we are on chain 1 for a Shinx. In order to do the most efficient method, we want to get our chain to 17 and then resetting the radar for a 1 in 1986 chance that we'll get a shiny. Which sounds like not very good odds, except that we've got 4 squares here, and each of those squares counts as a chance. So we have 4 chances each time we reset the radar that are 1 out of 1986. Again, I want to hit the furthest square away from me. And we're going to farm these Shinx until we get to 17. Okay, let's check our chain. Perfect. So you can see in our Pokechap that we're on chain number 17 for our Shinx. 17 is mathematically the most efficient that we can get in order to reset and farm our shiny. So all we do now is keep resetting our radar until we get the shiny grass. So we're just going to run 50 steps. And keep resetting. And that's all we're going to do. What I like to do, my own personal preference, is that I actually swap my Pokechap to my step tracker. And I reset this and I go in runs of 50. You want to be careful not to hit any of the other squares. And always want to be keeping our super repels on.
1 eternity later.
Finally, there it is. Okay. 24,000 steps later and we've got our first shiny Shinx. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to hit this and capture our shiny Shinx. Nice yellow shiny Shinx. How cool is that? Okay. And I think I want it in an Ultra Ball. I feel like that's what we need to do here. Done. Easy. Okay, and hopefully our chain will continue. Okay, our chain is broken. So I'll show you some clips from stream. If the chain didn't break, you can simply keep resetting your radar as if you would if you were on number 17. So incrementally, the odds get lower and lower and lower. So from 18 chain, it's 1 in 1927. From a 19 chain, it's 1 in 1872, and so on and so forth until you get to 40. So if you can chain up to 40, you're guaranteed 3 max IVs, and it's a 1 in 99 chance to get a shiny. So you can just keep resetting your radar. You can go over 40, and there are some people that will hit the 60s, 70s. I haven't heard of anyone going over 100, but I'm sure that it could happen. And each time you would just reset and push for as many shinies as you could get. Personally, I'm happy with 1. That was quite a lot of resets. I think that's the most resets I've ever done on a radar. So unfortunate that I was filming the video during that reset. I'll show you some clips from the stream of me shiny hunting with this method. And if you like it, why not head over to Twitch, hit a follow the next time I stream Pokemon. You're more than welcome to hang out in the chat and chase some shinies with me. And this is our shiny Shinx. Nice yellow and black. We like that. Impish. Found that on Route 202. IVs look okay. Tackle it. Coolness. I mean, it's my Pokemon.